All right, here we go. Back with another episode here of TD Talk. Of course, I got my boy here, hometown friend, Skis. What's up?
Yo, what up?
What's up, Dave? What's up? What's up?
Watching this fucking college football playoff selection right now.
Oh yeah, you think
They got
it,
Boise's number 3.
okay. Where they got SMU? They bouncing?
Not yet. They got it goes Oregon, Georgia, Boise State, and Arizona State are the buys. But remember when Boise was at the top?
Yeah.
Now they got number 3, so they're like down at the bottom.
Oh, that might be better for them because
Yeah, because the Arizona State will play right now. Is all they have is Arizona State will play the winner of Clemson and Texas. Oh, Penn
okay,
State just jumped in that Boise bracket, so it'll be Penn State and somebody else will play
that's
Boise.
that's not a bad.
Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm glad that they're not playing Texas.
Yeah, because they were looking.
Because
It was
Texas is
looking.
probably going to play Arizona State unless Clemson stumps them.
Which I felt like Clemson snuck out of that game last night. And look, listen, I'm not the type to be talking about refs and all this, but listen, I ain't seen a team not get one flag in the whole game.
Yeah, that shit
Being,
might have been a little fixed.
I mean, but once you look at the situation, right? They playing out here in Charlotte in the Panther Stadium, and they right up the road down there at Clemson, and you got a team coming from way down in Texas to the Carolinas trying to upset them. Then the refs all of a sudden don't throw no flags on Clemson.
Yeah,
Little suspect.
a little sus.
But I will say, SMU, you gotta come down here and take care of business. If you going to somebody's house, you can't be hoping for flags to go your way. You know that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it was a
So,
good game though.
oh yeah, they were getting the SMU was getting mashed potatoes in the first half, and then they mounted a comeback. And if they didn't let that little kickoff return go, they probably would have. I think they would have won that game. They had all the momentum.
Here, look. Oh shit.
Well, it's gonna be interesting because um, you see, yeah, it's gonna be interesting because I was looking at the bracket and Boise. We've been riding high on Boise. We still in it with Boise.
There you go. So now you just got to figure out if SMU or Bama gets in.
And that's the thing. I agree with the guys last night on the commentary. They said if they bounce SMU, it's sending a message that listen, SMU was rated coming in was rated really high or whatnot. I think they were like eighth, and since they played for a national championship, they kind of suffered from that. When you got teams that didn't even make it to the national championship that aren't playing on that night, that championship night, they're not getting punished at all. They're honestly jumping you because you didn't win. So like, what's the point of playing a national championship game if it's gonna hurt your stock?
Yeah, that's why everybody's talking about. They'll probably change it next year because like the conference champions are getting a first round bye, but like Arizona State's getting a first round bye, but they're still ranked 12.
Yeah, but
And then you got like
honestly,
Clemson. Clemson jumps in, but they're still ranked 16 even after they won the ACC.
well, listen, honestly, if you do it that way, let's say top four teams, there's no way you're gonna have a uh, let's say Boston College in the ACC. Let's say if they're in the ACC, Boston College, they're one loss team, and you got a Georgia one loss team, an Alabama one loss team, and a Clemson or Oregon one loss team. There's no way Boston College is going to get a fair shake there. So if they win their conference, I feel like they should be highly touted.
Yeah, it'll be interesting what they do next year because this is looking pretty good for Boise right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, and our cash out is going up by the week.
Yeah, because right now you don't have to play any of the scary teams. There's only 2 teams left.
Yeah, so they would play the winner of what Penn State and
Penn State and somebody.
it's probably
I
going to
guess the
be
only people that I don't really know who's missing is fucking. That's it for the SEC.
Yeah, I'll tell you what though.
Indiana's missing.
Yeah,
Gonna
Indiana.
be
Okay.
Indiana and then SMU or Bama is gonna be the last two.
See, I didn't really
Oh, there
have.
you go.
There
Oh
you go.
shit. Oh shit. Now it's gonna
That's
be
a.
SMU or Bama, I think, in that Penn State game.
Oh, I'd rather play SMU.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'll tell you what. Only thing is, and listen, the Boise State defense ain't no slouch, but I would rather them play a team that's kind of more focused on the run game because that's more of a tough battle, like a toughness battle, a battle that would be won in the trenches. And I feel like Boise would have the nod on that. Boise's a tough that running back and the quarterback, Madsen. They are a good backfield and they play tough football.
Yeah, they had one guy, that safety, that was all over the place. Um,
All right, here we go. We're
I
gonna
forget what
see.
his name was, but he was fucking flying. It was like Bettingfield. I don't know. I think Bettingfield or something.
Yeah, he was.
Benefield or something on Boise. He was flying around. He was all over the place.
Yeah, he was pretty good. And that's why I say Boise's no slouch. People sleeping on Boise, but they're no slouch.
They're gonna drag this out.
Yeah, people sleeping on Boise, but they're no slouch, bro. And I heard the guys yesterday talk about some. Oh, all due respect to Boise State, but I would take Arizona State over them. I'm like, all right, y'all keep playing. Boise State got a good pass game, and they got the best back in the country.
Yeah, they put up 21 in the first half, and then they fell off a little bit. But if they
Well,
can
I
keep that going, like if they can, if they can keep that tempo going,
well, I don't
they'll light
even.
somebody up. They'll shock somebody for sure.
Here's the thing, though. It's hard to beat a team that's got a good, solid run game. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the game, like you see it with Saquon in the NFL, when it's time, like
Oh, SMU,
there we go. That's what I'm talking about.
no Bama, no Bama.
That's what I'm talking about. Because Bama, y'all lost to some scrubs this year. So trust me, I was Team Bama as well with Washington coach going there, but
But they
SMU
had some
deserved it.
bad losses.
Terrible.
That one they lost, I think it was like to Auburn or somebody, and they put up 3 points. That was terrible.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Yeah. No. Was it Oklahoma or
I thought it was Auburn, but I could be tripping.
it's either Oklahoma or yeah, I want to say
Honestly, bro, I
Oklahoma.
think Boise State has the best track right now.
Yeah.
Other than the semifinals, they'll have to play Georgia probably, and that'll be interesting.
Yeah, and that they might not have the edge on that, but Georgia may be banged up by the time they get there. So
Yeah, that's true. Well, shit,
we
there it is. There you have it.
all right. So let's jump on into some NFL play for today. Let's jump on into it. Now we got a couple games here. I kind of handpicked because of the matchups. I really think they're good for um, placing bets here. I really see some of these as blowouts, but let's see what we got here. All right, so the first one that I kind of think would be a good game. It's on a 1 o'clock slate. 1 o'clock slate to bet on. I put money on this game. Is the Jets and the Dolphins. Okay, this is 1 o'clock slate. You got plus 6.5 right now. I think on some sites they got it at 5.5. Minus 110 either way. Over under 45. Minus 110, and then plus 235, minus 290 for your favorite in Miami. Now this game is being played in Miami.
Yeah, it's a good thing it's not being played in at the Jet Stadium because
That's right.
Miami doesn't look good in the cold for sure.
Right, and that's why I feel like this is a easy pick for me to go Miami because um, Miami at home is a different team. When you talk about Tyreek Hill and Waddle, and they got that new,
HN,
um, yeah, HN in the backfield, but you
Johnny
got that new.
Smith.
There you go, that new receiver that's emerging, Janu, and we'll talk about his props later. But Janu Smith is starting to emerge. I'm taking the Dolphins all the way here. The Jets are a bad team. Like they're just bad.
Yeah, the Jets are trash. And I'm glad everybody's realizing this, 15 weeks later, because I never really had faith in them from the jump, and everybody was like, "Bro, it's Rodgers," and I was like, all the old like we're getting older now. We got Rodgers nostalgia.
Yeah,
We think back of when he was balling and he was putting up MVP numbers, but it's been a while. Like he's old. He's not
that's right.
Brady.
That's right.
He's
And
trying to do
even
the
Brady,
he's trying to do the Brady shit, and it ain't working.
but even Brady, his back end of his career, that last year, he should have never came back.
Yeah, he should have went out with the bowl, but
That's right.
yeah, I'll be surprised to see if Rodgers plays next year because personally I wouldn't want him on my team.
I mean, you
'Cause
gotta
he
think,
like
okay,
fucking I mean he fucking destroyed that whole franchise. I think
oh,
not that they
no
had
doubt.
anything going for him anyways. Like the Jets would be the Jets for a while, I think, but like he came in, he got everything he wanted. Still got the coach fired, GM fired. Adams is probably pissed. Adams should have stayed with the Raiders because look, you look to next year, they get Shador Sanders or they're
Yeah.
they're going to be QB hunting, and now Adams is part of a rebuild, like a good rebuild program. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, I don't know that Jets organization is not looking good. So yeah, I like
But
the Dolphins too, but
you know what? I'll tell you this. A lot of people, if you look at their depth chart, remember they got that quarterback from Florida State. A lot of people just keep saying that they don't really have a backup. Like why would they bench Rodgers? Honestly, they have Florida State. That quarterback. They remember Florida State last year. They went 13 or 14-0, and they
yep,
got snubbed from the playoffs. Well, remember Jordan Travis was the quarterback of that team. He was throwing to Johnny. Johnny, I think it was Johnny Walker or uh, the 6'6" wide receiver that they got out there from Florida State, and he's actually playing with the Eagles. He just caught his first touchdown the last couple of weeks, but they got that quarterback Jordan Travis on that roster. Now he came in last season when he got drafted. Remember, he was hurt his leg. He had a bad leg injury, and he was like kind of like rehabbing it through the summer. But he's been learning under Aaron Rodgers. I think some of the Aaron Rodgers antics, of course, is probably something that he doesn't want to pick up. But that on the field play from Rodgers, there's some stuff that you can pick Rodgers' brain on. And an
yeah,
undefeated quarterback coming into the league, I like the guy Jordan Travis. They haven't said a word about that kid Travis, but he's traveling with the team. He's on the bench.
yeah. They got him third string in the depth chart right now behind Tyrod Taylor. So
That's right.
yeah.
Well,
So what you want Miami money line or are you taking the spread?
nah, I'm taking Miami money line because the Jets they've been prone to sneak in the back door. So
Yeah,
yeah, so I'm taking money line. I can see pick late by Aaron Rodgers. I can see honestly, I can see Tyreek Hill getting back to Tyreek Hill form. The A Chan scoring a couple. I can see this being a blowout, but
I
I
like the I'm gonna take Dolphins first half money line
in the first half money line, you think they get up on them
because I
quick.
feel like Jets. Whenever the Jets do something, it's like it's definitely second half, late in the game.
Yeah, yeah. I
So
like I
I'm
like
gonna take the first half just because it's a little better odds.
all right. I like
Uh,
that Miami win there.
all right, what else you got?
All right. So the next game here on the slate, stay on the 1 o'clock board here. We were just talking about the Eagles trap game. We're not going to talk about that one, no, because I think it's a trap.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
If you're a Panthers fan, take the points. Maybe add in a couple other points because the Panthers been playing some close games and they've snuck out a couple wins the last few weeks. And Bryce Young, I think he's got his confidence back. The Eagles did fuck him up a few weeks ago when they did they play the Panthers? I thought they did.
I don't know if it was the Eagles, but they got scorched. It was like three,
No,
four
they
weeks
didn't
ago.
play. They didn't play. I'm thinking of that Giants game, 28-3.
Oh,
Shit.
okay, yeah. That's right.
But I think it's a similar team. So yeah, I think Saquon goes off. I took in that game, I'm not taking any of the lines or anything, but I did take Jalen Hurts touchdown.
Okay. Little Philly brotherly shove.
Yeah, because that's just inevitable. Like Saquon's going to go down at the one, and Jalen Hurts going to get a touchdown at some point in that game. I mean, if they're talking about a 14-point spread, they're going to put up some numbers. So
Yeah.
I think everybody's a good look for anytime touchdown, but I think that Jalen Hurts is pretty cheap. I mean, it's like minus 150. I threw that in a little prop parlay.
Yeah, I can see that. All right, let's go into a 1 o'clock slate here. This is a divisional game. We saw this game not too long ago with the snow game. I guess they call it the snow game or snow globe game. I don't know, but anyways, -6 for your favorite here in Pittsburgh Steelers. -110 is the price either way. I've seen this line down to -5 and even 4.5. But
It's dropping right now because George Pickens is out.
oh, really?
Yeah, George Pickens is out right now. Hamstring. He's done.
Fuck, I had him
He's
for
not
a
done for the
damn.
season, but he was supposed to be. He was questionable coming in. I think he did a walkthrough on Friday, and then yeah, they said he's officially out for hamstring.
Damn, I had him on a longest reception.
If you have him on anything and you already put it in, then it'll just void it
Yeah,
if
but
he's not
damn,
playing.
that's gonna kill my payout, my dog.
Yeah, that one
It's
that
whatever.
happened late, and then because after I saw it, after they said he was out, they still had his props on the books, so
Well,
the books
it's
were late coming on that one.
well, like you say, they'll avoid it. There's no harm, no foul. Anyways, the Pittsburgh. Then you got Cleveland +6 here. Like you said, it's probably going to you probably get it like 4.5. But then you got under over 42.5, -110 there. I'm sure that total may change as well. Then +230 and then -280 for your favorite here in Pittsburgh. Remember, this game is played in Pittsburgh. The snow game was played in uh, uh, Cleveland.
Yeah, they'll have some wind today, but it's going to be sunny and close to 50 degrees, so should be some good football.
Oh yeah, yeah. And way I see this one is, and it makes me second guess because I already put Steelers in, but if they don't have their top receiver, I mean they do still have some receivers and Pat Fryermuth, which makes me want to take Pat Fryermuth for a couple more receptions. Reception line I think is 3.5. Uh, but if Pickens is out, he's going to get a couple more balls.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, the way I see it, I'm taking Pittsburgh in this one. I think they split for the year. Jameis Winston coming off a big game, you know what I mean, throwing that ball all around the yard. I don't see that happening on Pittsburgh. Matter of fact, I don't think he'll have a lot of time in that pocket. He's prone to interceptions. I can see Watt coming off that edge, strip sack fumble. You know what I mean? I can see this. This has that written all over it to me. I think James Winston's gonna look bad tonight or today. I don't see another 500-yard passing day, 400-yard passing day for Winston. But
Yeah,
that's the
Winston's
way I
been
see it.
he's been pretty solid. Like he the other day when he put up Tampa Bay numbers where he was throwing 500 yards and a handful of picks. I
Yeah,
think it's going to be in his head, and he's probably going to be a little more check down savvy today, trying not to throw picks instead of playing free. Which I like Winston when he plays free. Like fuck the picks as long as they're not pick sixes.
yeah.
If you're putting up 500 yards, 5 touchdowns, like that'll get the job done. But
Well, unless
I
he
also
picks
don't
that,
think. I mean, I don't think Cleveland can beat Pittsburgh twice. You know,
yeah, I agree. But the only thing that makes me scared, I didn't know that George Pickens is out. So that's like
Pickens is
one of
out.
was one of their guys. But they do have Mike Williams, for another deep threat. So um, I mean, and
Yeah,
that's what pick.
Russell. He'll find somebody else.
Yeah, and I think also Russell may actually try to lean on his legs a little bit, and they have Justin Fields in that backfield, so they can work around that. I think they'll bring Justin Fields out a little bit more packages, um, and we'll see a little bit more of that today.
Yeah,
I,
I think
I like it.
I took on one of my prop parlays a TJ Watt over a quarter of a sack. Like I think he's gonna get probably 2 sacks. But yeah, those
Yeah,
I've been looking at those sack props. And so 0.2, like a quarter of a sack. So all he has to do is help on a sack, and you
yeah,
catch that. So I threw that on one.
okay. Okay, well, I like that. I like that. All right. So that's the 1 o'clock slate with the Steelers and the um, Cleveland. Like you said, we going Steelers for that one. We're gonna ride that out. Let's see how that one
You going
plays
Steelers
out.
money line or the spread?
I'm taking money line especially because Pickett's not there.
Yeah. All right. I'll take money line there.
Yeah, even though I think the spread is accurate, I think they're gonna beat them by that plus. But I just Pickens is out.
Yeah.
That one worries me. You know, it's just like Pickens. I had Pickens for some yards too today, but
Right.
because that Browns defense was terrible. They were getting cooked.
Yup.
All right, let's jump on into this next matchup, which is a pretty good matchup. And I want to see what you think here with this matchup. It is it's the Rams and Buffalo. Okay, so Buffalo will have to travel down to LA. You got plus 3.5, minus 3.5. Buffalo is a road favorite here. Under over 50, minus 110, and then minus 102 for your under. Minus 178 for that money line, and then plus 159 for your money line on the Rams. Now, to me, I don't particularly see this being accurate because what I see personally is that the Buffalo Bills has a good run game now. That's kind of what they were missing. They were kind of up and down with the receiving core. I know they had got Amari Cooper in when he got him involved. He had a couple more catches that kind of made him a little bit more explosive, but it still didn't have the consistency feel to a great team without that run game. But now that run game is hitting, so I feel like that run game gets going. You got Cooper catching balls. You got Shakir. I think it's Shakir catching balls out there. He don't drop nothing from Josh Allen, and I just see this as a touchdown type of game. Matt Stafford is a little banged up, but I don't see the Rams having enough to compete. I could see it being a shootout, but I like the Bills in this game here.
Yeah, I like the Bills too. The only thing that people are talking about is the Bills spread is the most bet spread of today out of all the bets.
Ooh,
So you got like a public betting warning for that one. But I think Buffalo's excited to go play in a clean, clean environment. They probably get tired of playing in the snow sometimes. So
yeah.
I think they might go out there and light it up for sure.
And you know what? Way I see this is the only thing that kind of could scare you, put a little red flag up here, is that remember, they just had a tough, tight game there, or well, not really tight game. They had a tough game in the snow with the 49ers. And then the game before that, they had a good game there as well. And then next, they play, if I'm not mistaken, the Pittsburgh Steelers. So some people are saying that this could be one of those lazy games for them that kind of they don't throw everything out there because they want to save it for the tougher battle. Um, but I don't see. I think Buffalo wants to win. They got some stuff they still need to work on, and I think that they're going to go out there and put a hurting on them Rams. Honestly,
Yeah, I think so too. I'm just gonna take money line.
yeah, I'm right there with you. Money line. All right, so let's go into our next matchup here. We like the money line on the Bills there. I think we should hammer that one. Um, all right, so we got a couple more matchups here that we want to look at. Um, did we talk Tampa already? We talked Tampa
No.
already. All right, so Tampa. Let's go into this matchup. Now, this one to me is a peculiar matchup. Okay, Las Vegas, you got plus 6.5. I've seen it, like I say, a little bit lower than that. Minus 105 there, minus 6.5, minus 115, over under 47. And then you got plus 250 and then minus 310 for your favorite in Tampa. Now, the way I see this is why I say a peculiar matchup. This is uh, kind of puts you on the fringes on this one, right? So if you look at Tampa, the way they played last week, they played against a Panthers team that really, I think they should have lost that game had that not been for a fumble from Chupa Hubbard in overtime when they So essentially, the overtime rules, if you don't score and you get a ball back, then the next score wins, field goal, whatever it may be. They were in field goal range. The Carolina Panthers were in field goal range, and then Chupa Hubbard fumbles the ball, and then Tampa gets it back, goes down and kicks the field goal and gets out of there. So that's why I say they really should have lost that game to me. They didn't play well. Baker kind of got banged up towards the end, and this is a home game for them. So Vegas has to come down to Tampa. Vegas put a good showing out against the Kansas City Chiefs not too long ago. Okay. And they also got Brock Bowers and Jacoby Myers as their 1-2 punch, and Abdullah coming out that backfield. This team, I wouldn't say it's scary, but they are a team that could upset you. They play hard and they play close games. So to me, I'm taking Tampa because they need this game to kind of take the top of the division to try to get in the playoffs. So they're fighting for their lives today. So I just feel like Baker back against the wall, he's going to perform. But man, this is a sneaky one.
Yeah, I just think the Raiders don't care to win right now. Like they got the only thing they're playing for is a draft pick at this point, and they desperately need a good quarterback out of the draft.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think Tampa's pretty hungry. They still got a lot to play for. It's gonna be a nice day down in Tampa.
Yeah,
Nice weather. Late in the season, need a win. Baker's been playing pretty good.
yeah, he has.
Vegas scared
Decent.
Kansas City, but I kind of saw that coming too. Like we saw that coming last week. Um, Kansas City hadn't been that impressive, anyways. Like I kind of knew that'd be a tight game, but I just don't think Vegas has anything to offer for Tampa. I think Tampa's gonna
Yeah,
jump out ahead. They got Mike Evans is healthy. They got the tight end. They got both their running backs going today. Um, the Raiders are down um, Madison, so they do got a couple good backups. But yeah, I see. I see the boys killing it. Tampa.
yeah, I'm taking Tampa too. I'm going on money line there. Let's bet on Baker Mayfield today. All right, one more matchup we want to talk about, and then we'll go into the props for today. Let's go look at this last matchup here. And this one is, like I say, live underdog. We were just talking about this before we got on, but we had the Chiefs and the Chargers. Chiefs playing at home, -4. They're +4. When you look at the Chargers, over under 42.5. And then you got +183, -206. Now, when you look at this game, I do like the Chargers in this spot, but I don't like them to bet on. I like the team, okay? But what I like about the team is that young kid, Lad McConkey, he can eat. That's one of their best receivers. That's a good thing, and that's a bad thing. Okay, if your team is the best receiver on your team is a rookie that you guys just drafted, that tells me a lot about your team. But the team isn't built. Essentially, it isn't built with a bunch of players. That team is built with leadership and coaching. So I feel like the Chargers going into this game, they don't have a healthy McConkey. He was like half participate or light participate, pretty much light duty this week as far as practice goes. But I do like their tight end, Will Disley. He came from being a blocking tight end, and he's caught a lot of balls this season for them. So I'll tell you what, going into Kansas City, if you don't have your best group, Kansas City's gonna beat you. So I'm taking Kansas City. I'm not betting against Mahomes. Prime time, at home, can't do it. I'm going Mahomes. Money line.
Yeah, you gotta stick with the Chiefs there. I think the Chargers are a little dangerous, but yeah, I do think the Chiefs can find something. They got Pacheco back. They might get a rhythm.
Yeah, a very I'm gonna tell you what, they starting to find a rhythm with the receiver, the DeAndre Hopkins. They starting to find a rhythm with him. And then
Yep.
on top of that, I was telling my buddy from work that I think um I think Justin Herbert is top five, bro. Top five in the league. He's different. His
Oh yeah,
arm
he's amazing.
strength,
Yeah, he's got accuracy for sure.
man, the way he throws a football is crazy. Like it's crazy. Like we both play the quarterback position, and that shit is hard to play. to get that ball out like that and get it on a laser or frozen rope, man, that shit's hard.
Yeah, Herbert's he's a dog for sure.
Different, different. I'm telling you. Like I say, I like the team, but we talking about the reigning champions, the reigning Super Bowl MVP, two-time champion. I can't do it.
Yup.
All right, here we go. We going into our last segment here of the day. Prop shop. Got some props we bringing your way. We want to talk about a couple props here that we like for this Sunday's matchup. All right, so first thing is first here. When we look at the prop shop, the prop spots here. First things first, I want to say that there's been a couple of these props that have been kind of getting me paid, and a lot of those are the receptions. I am a heavy reception guy lately when it comes to some of these bet lines. So I will say first prop that I got that I want to really look at is I took Will Disley. Now I get it, you know what I mean. Will Disley, not one of your top names out here, but he's been playing pretty well. For the last, I think, 6 games he played in, he's had over 3 receptions. Some of those 4, some of those 8, some of those 6. So I would take Will Disley anything over 3 receptions. So 3 or better. I would take Will Disley, and I think they have his yardage at like 35 or something like that. And I honestly would take that. Kansas City, he didn't get that last time. He was 2 for 23 last time, but that was earlier in the season when he wasn't getting a lot of targets. But he since then has picked up the back half of the season getting targets. So I would say really look at Will Disley's 35. I think it's 35 yards, any under over 35 yards, and then anything over 3 catches for Will Disley. Kansas City, they usually give up yards to the tight end. So I like that prop.
Yeah, I like that.
Dave, what you got?
I already mentioned it earlier. I'll just run down mine because we're about to be kicking off right now.
Yeah.
I got Jalen Hurts touchdown, Mike Evans touchdown. He might even get 2.
Yeah.
But Mike Evans at plus 100, I think that's a good buy for a Mike Evans touchdown. I mentioned that TJ Watt over a quarter sack minus 205, still a good deal for a parlay.
Yep.
This one guy I've been looking at, the Tennessee guy, Nick Westbrook Akine. Akine.
Yeah.
I picked him up on a couple fantasy teams. He's been dogging out. He's been getting touchdowns, but I'm not going to take a touchdown on him. I'm going to take 40 plus yards.
Okay.
Against a beat up Jags defense. I think Mac Jones, not Mac Jones, fucking Levis. I think he's found a good receiver in Akine.
Yeah.
And then I did like the Josh Allen rushing yards because I think, like we talked about their rushing game lately, they got a good running game going, and Josh Allen seems to break 1 for 25 and a run a game easy.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
yes,
Check this out.
that's my favorite ones right there.
Check this out. I got one here for you. I got Calvin Ridley over 24 and a half longest reception. His listen to his longs these last couple weeks. 30, 63 is his long. 21, 41, 25, 47, 33, 40.
Yes,
So
agreed.
yeah, so I like that. I like that long for him. I really like that one. And then also I got one more that I kind of really want to hammer here today as far as props. Now, if you look at Jacoby Myers, right? Um, Jacoby Myers, if you look at his stat lines, his yards 97, 121, 28, 105, 52, 72. And then you kind of get into earlier in the season, which he was like 49, 62, 29, 61. So I would take him anything over 50. I would even maybe look at him for 60. But a lot of people like him in this matchup against Tampa. Tampa doesn't play a lot of really stout defense, so and they've
Yeah,
honestly looked
they'll
at
give up
him.
some. They'll give up some yards to him.
Yeah, so I kind of like him. He's had some big games lately, so I wouldn't mind taking that. So that's about it. Other than that, I got Drew Lock for a pick today. I think he's gonna throw a pick.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I do have that too. So I like to
Drew
see
Lock
that.
for a pick.
The Saints got a good. They got a good secondary, and They can also get some pressure on Drew Lock. I didn't pick the Saints to win, but I did pick them to for Drew Lock to throw a pick.
Yeah. All right. Well, last thing I got, and I really don't love this one, but a friend of mine was telling me Jonathan Brooks. They've been throwing to him lately, the Panthers, Jonathan Brooks, and like I say, they're playing a good team in. They're playing a good team in the Eagles, but Jonathan Brooks, they threw to him last week 6 times. He got 6 targets. I think he caught 3 of them for 18 yards, and his bet line right now is over anything over 8.5 or under 8.5. So I took it on a parlay. Like I say, I don't really love that one, but my buddy was telling me take it because it's easy money. But we'll see.
Word.
Yeah, Jonathan Brooks. So supposedly he got 6 catches for I think 18 yards last week.
All right.
Oh no, 6 targets, 3 catches, 18 yards. So they're honestly trying to get him more involved. One catch, I mean, could put you over the 8.5 mark. So if let's say he gets 2 catches for 7 yards apiece, I mean, you get your money. So
Yeah, for sure. I like that.
all right, well, we appreciate y'all tuning in. We actually getting better numbers. You guys are starting to tune in a little bit more now, so we definitely appreciate it. We got up to 25 on this stream, so we rolling. We starting to get more and more personnel up here, so we appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully y'all make some of that bread. I know last week on a college slate that we did, was it week before last? I think it was last week. We had like missed one. We like missed
Yeah.
one of these. Yeah. We missed
Yeah.
one. But hey, we need to start taking stuff straight up. You know what I mean? And put up $100. Start doing 20 a piece or something. Put up, $200 doing $20 a piece or something. But I mean, $40 a piece, $50 a piece, whatever. Because we will honestly be cashing.
Yeah,
Uh,
we keep grouping a bunch of them together, but if you narrow it down to your favorite picks and then just drop some cash on it, it's the way to go.
yeah, one or two. Which I think I'll probably do today. I'm really tempted to do $100 on the Chiefs tonight. I like that. I like that line. But we'll see.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
All right.